Good day, traders. Welcome back to Fides Trading Channel, and we are back again with another Fides Flows video. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025, and within these Fides Flows videos, I do a deep dive into the price actions and fundamentals behind gold, Nas100, and Us30, giving you a clear roadmap for the trading week ahead. Using higher time frame technical analysis, I identify key zones, momentum shifts, and trend structures, and then combine that with real-time macroeconomic drivers like interest rates, inflation data, or market sentiments. Whether you're a swing trader or day trader, this breakdown helps you understand what's really moving these markets and where high probability setups might form. Starting with gold, we are on the 4-hour charts, and as we can see, gold continues its retracement to the downside, making strong bearish strides. It was moving with very steady bearish momentum, and we can see at the opening of the week, we did have a bit of a spike to the upside. However, that was short-lived as the markets had turned around on the 7 p.m. candle on Monday. Starting the day today, we can see we had a gap to the downside, and this bearish momentum continues to thrive. And this is mostly due to the ceasefire coming out of Iran and Israel, where war no longer taking place. There's no firing, there's no shooting. So most investors are moving out of the safe haven currencies and gaining confidence back in the more riskier markets like your indices. So this makes sense in the context of the gold market. Gold is currently moving down. So at this pace, looking at the gold structure, we can see that the bullish structure is still very much intact. We have higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher high. And we can see this retracement that's currently taking place is approaching the last fully formed higher low at 3,300, which is a major support level, and we will have to wait to see how price reacts to this particular level. Now, as it stands, gold is currently trading below the 50 SMA and is trading very much in the bearish region of the RSI. As we can see here, it's actually settling a lot more below the 45 level than it is above the 55, which makes sense in the context of this retracement. However, taking a look here, we can see this is a strong support level, and I will wait to see how price reacts to this. If we just switch over to the daily time frame, we can actually see that price is still trading above the 50 SMA, and we're very much in the sweet spot region of the RSI. There's still more bullish momentum than there is bearish momentum, which supports the theory that we could be seeing a bounce from this 3,300 level. Now, what I'll be looking for here is actually trading the short position all the way down to 3,300. Once price gets to that level, I'll be taking profits and actually be setting a buy limit order right there. And once price hits that level, waiting for it to actually push higher. I do believe that price will be pushing higher from there, and I will be posting an analysis on TradingView behind it. So just to wrap up, we can see that we have two signs of bearish confluence coming out of the 4-hour with indicators and with the RSI and the 50 SMA. Price structure is bullish per the higher time frame analysis. It is bearish currently, but it is bullish from a higher time frame analysis. And we have a support zone here at 3,300. So we have two bullish confluences, two bearish confluences. But from a higher time frame perspective, we can see that we have bullish confluence with 50 SMA, bullish confluence with RSI, bullish price action structure. So there's a lot more bullish confluences from the higher time frame perspective. So we'll wait and see how that plays out. Also to mention that futures price is at 3,334, while current price is at 3,321. So futures price is higher by about 13 points, which supports bullish move in the future. Moving on to US Tech, we can see that on the 4-hour time frame, US Tech has been making some super bullish strides. This is Nas100 for those of you that don't know. It was very choppy in the weeks leading up to in the weeks off June. It's just been super choppy, moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down. At the opening of this week, we had a gap down, but bullish momentum kicked in with a gumption and just kept pushing this market higher. So between today and yesterday, we've seen massive bullish strides in this market, so much so that we are now trading from the support zone of 21,000, I want to say 21,500 all the way to 22,000, which is the resistance level. So it's clear that there's been a strong bullish move, which is in favor of indices due to the ceasefire. And it's just a matter of seeing whether this bullish momentum is now sustainable. Because technically we are still within the range that we marked out earlier. And we need a way to see how price reacts to this bullish move and whether it's a sustainable bullish move, and we're going to start seeing some trend trading coming through. Dropping into a lower time frame, I just actually want to point out that we could have a potential break and retest level here at 21,800. So we did break past that level. Price is currently tapping that resistance zone at 22,000. So I'm just going to mark this off, 22,000. I'm just going to say here, yeah, it has broken past the 22,000 level, but for it to be a sustained trend, we need to see some sustained bullish momentum. So taking a look here, we can see price has broken above the 50 SMA, so it's trading bullish. It is sitting in the above 55 in the RSI territory, so bullish momentum out of there, and we have bullish price action structure breaking out of the bullish consolidation zone. On the 1 hour time frame, price is comfortably trading above the 50 SMA, and we have tapped the overextended levels on the RSI above 70. So definitely in line for a retracement. How far down this retracement will come is anybody's guess. My best guess is that we are coming down to 21,800, which is a previous break and retest level. And at this point, I'll be looking for long positions, breaking past the 22,000 level and trading all the way to the upside. So as it stands, Nas100 is currently on an impulse move to the upside, and we need to wait for a retracement and another impulse move, so a retracement down to this break and retest level to confirm the bullish trend is actually intact, to see how price reacts to this particular level. So right now we are in a waiting game with Nas100. Us30 very much showing similar signs. So on the 4 hour time frame, we were in that consolidation period. We were very bearish, more so than Nas100. But as the markets opened yesterday, the bulls kicked in and we had a strong bounce from the support level of 41,900, and we're currently sitting at the resistance zone at 42,900. Currently waiting to see how price reacts to this level. As it stands, price has broken above the 50 SMA, and we are trading very close to the overextended bullish region on the RSI. So we have 3 bullish confluences coming out of the 4 hour time frame. Moving into the 1 hour, we can see price is trading comfortably above the 50 SMA. We've tapped the overextended regions in the RSI. And as price is sitting on a resistance level right now, we can expect some sort of retracement, potentially down to the 42,400 level, which is where a break and retest, where a potential break and retest level can occur. Price is on this bullish impulse move, so we do need that retracement to confirm the bullish trend, and we need to wait to see how price reacts to that 42,400 level. I'll be looking for a long position off there and be setting a buy limit order. So that's very much your indices. Taking a look at the VIX index, we can see we are trading at 18.23, which is very much a risk-on territory, which supports further bearish, further bears in gold, and then bullish indices. As we can see, I just want to zoom out so you can see where my indicators are. For some reason, this thing locked. There we go. Okay, so we can see we are in that risk-on territory right there. So we will continue looking for longs on the indices while looking for shorts on the bulls. As we can see, we could potentially be seeing a retracement, which will support the retracement we're going to see in the indices, and then we need to just keep an eye out on gold. I mean, we could see further downside here with the way the market is currently standing. But that is pretty much my analysis for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's just quickly take a look at the fundamentals for the day ahead. Taking a look at fundamentals, we can see that yesterday we had major news for the euro, for the pound, and for USD. For the euro, is very much negative sentiment coming out of the PMI data. German sentiment was pretty good, which I'm sure held it up. Pound sentiment was positive for PMI, so that might have seen a boost in the pound. The dollar, very positive news for the PMI and the dollar. Clearly, manufacturing is doing well. For today, we have red folder CAD news and red folder pound news, not so much for USD. Now, I also just want to cover the headlines that we are seeing coming out of gold and the indices, especially with Israel-Iran and see how that sentiment could position us in the market. Starting with gold, we can see the headlines are saying gold bullish momentum likely to persist. Gold pullbacks to 2 weeks low. Gold futures drops on Israel-Iran ceasefire. Gold spot extends losses, last down 1.3% at 3323. Gold price dives below 3,330 after Trump floats end of Israel-Iran war in 24 hours. That was on the 24th, so that's today. Commodities, gold slides on Israel-Iran ceasefire. Gold falls after Trump says Israel-Iran agreed to ceasefire. So clearly ceasefire dominating the news, and this is moving the market, so be sure to stay up to date with that type of news. Just to cover some other technicals I can see here for gold, you can see volume as at 277.55K, and we currently have very strong sell technicals in the market. Moving on to Nas100, what we can see is on the news factor, it's waiting for it to load here. Gold rates and the dollar tumble. Wall Street ends higher as rate cut hopes offset Iran war fears. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Nas100. In terms of technicals, you can see 166.34K in volume. And yeah, so let's move on to US30. US30 volume is at 85.65K, so it's obviously a lot less volume in this market, so it's going to move a lot slower than Nas100. Gold clearly still dominating the volume in the market. For today, the 24th of June, we see Treasury yields are falling as investors now see possible July interest rate cut by the Fed. So interest rate cuts possibly in July, definitely need to factor that in. Equities advance, oil prices slump after Iran's retaliatory strike. That was on the 23rd. So yeah, now we can see we have the ceasefire. So clearly indices are doing well. So everything else is going to be old news. That's pretty much our analysis for today. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave some comments and thoughts about what you think about this analysis. And yeah, wish you guys a very successful trading week ahead. I'll catch you in the next video, traders. Cheers.